All right, guys, what's up? I'm back. This is about 6 years later from my first video, but this is a follow-up video to the video I made a while back about wrist pain and playing console gaming with controllers. I'm doing a follow-up video because I got a bunch of comments and people asking about how am I doing all these years later. So I just want to make this real quick. This is unscripted, so it's going to be sloppy on what I'm saying, but it's just you and me talking about how to solve this problem or prevent further problems. Anyway, so after all that time, after the first video, I do not use this wrist guard for, wrist brace for gaming anymore. I use a different one. I use this for my daily job, my full-time job. I work at a computer, and this is soft, and let me put it on. This is soft enough to move around on the mouse pad. And I added this Velcro because this wears out. So if this wears out and you buy this one, don't just buy a whole new wrist brace just because of the Velcro. Just get I got this from like the dollar store. It's like a cable tie, Velcro cable tie. Just add that on here and then just go like that to keep this down. But I use this at work for the mouse. And this helps to keep my wrist straight because the wrist being crooked is what got me in this bad situation in the first place years ago. So I no longer use this, and I want to update you guys on the one I do use. So I don't use this mainly for gaming. It's just for if I'm using a mouse at home or at work. So let's get this out of the way and let's get to business on showing you what I currently use because I know that's what you came for. But this is still good. I would definitely buy this one. All right. So currently, when I'm playing PS5 or Xbox with a controller, this is the brand I use. It's called Sir. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can see it on Amazon. It's about 20 bucks. This is the left one. Let me get this out of here. Well, this is the right one. Actually, I use both. My bad. So to get you guys up to date, when I'm gaming with a console using a controller, I use both wrist guards. And the reason I went from this soft one to this one is because I wanted a different one that was didn't really use the Velcro so much. And this one worked out. So let me put it on to show you what I'm talking about. So you put it on like that. And then you get your fit adjusted with this. And it's a one-time thing. And then you just clip it like that. Clip this one like this. Let me actually do the other one too. Let me show you how I really set up when I play. And this is every time. Ever since I made that first video, the camera shakes. It's kind of hard to do this. Ever since that first video, I've been doing this every time because it was so painful. I'm traumatized. But I don't want any further damage to my wrist. So this is what I look like when I'm gaming. Mostly on Xbox. Don't hate. But it does take adjustment when you're holding the controller because it does hit right here a little bit, but this wrist guard is good because it doesn't stick out that much. So it won't interfere too much with the controller. But you know what? I can't say that because everyone's hand is different. I have big hands, but it sits in my hand perfectly because my hands are big. But let me show you a view of it. Like that. So I game comfortably just like this. And keep in mind, my wrist always stays straight. That's the biggest problem with hurting your wrist. You have to keep it straight. If you keep it bent or crooked for a long period of time, you're going to be in trouble. So this is what it looks like, and I game comfortably just like this. But when I want to use a mouse, if you're trying to use a mouse with this wrist guard, this part right here is rubber. And it causes friction if you're trying to do all that. So it doesn't work out too good if I want to use the mouse. So if I want to use a mouse on the computer, I use this one because moving this soft fabric on the mouse pad doesn't cause like any friction like that'll stop you from moving. All right, so these are the two that I use. I use this hard one for gaming, this soft one for the mouse. Yeah, it's been working. I've been using this for probably about 4 years. So, I mean, you got to strap your wrists up if you want to take care of them. Other than that, let me see. What can I think of? Let me show you the inside of it. So you just clip them on real quick. It's kind of dirty because I've had these for years and years, but this held up. This shows you that I've been using this like almost every day. I don't game every day, but I game quite a bit. But this thing is very durable. I mean, it's held up after all these years. This is a good review pretty much of this product, and it didn't cost me a lot. So it's $20 each for each one. Definitely a good investment. Keeps your wrist safe. Oh, and let me just give you an update on like how my wrist is after all these years, because someone in the comment asked me how I am after all these years. I didn't get a diagnosis, but you know, after all those years of holding the controller like this, I think I do have carpal tunnel. I read up on it, and it matches the description. So like for me personally, whether I'm playing the game or not, I have to keep my wrist straight. I'm trying to make sense out of this. Like, say if my arms are vertical, I will feel this tingling sensation like in my hand. It feels like the blood goes down and I get a tingly sensation. But I always have to keep my my hands down. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. But so when I'm gaming, I have these on and I have my arms pointed down, but also my wrists are always straight to prevent any further problems. So hopefully you're watching this video and you're at the point where, you know, you didn't go too far with the bad posture on your wrist. And I just want to remind you, always keep your wrist straight. Use these every time you game on both arms if you can. Just make your adjustments to where it's comfortable and you'll prevent wrist problems. Yeah, it's just the way to go. If you enjoy gaming, you got to take care of your wrists. Even outside of gaming, if you're at work and you work at a computer all day, get one of these. I mean, a lot of people are going to ask you, what's wrong with your wrist? What's wrong with your wrist? And I tell them nothing. You know, I'm just trying to prevent further wrist problems. So this is all prevention. So when I'm in the office, I'm rocking this all day on the right hand to prevent wrist problems. So definitely invest in your health so you can enjoy doing what you love doing on your spare time, which is the game. And also, if you're working all day at an office like me, you need to keep it safe at work because you're spending like 8 hours moving that mouse around and doing all this and that. So your wrist needs to be straight while you're moving that mouse all day. So you got to take care of yourself. So that's all I got for now. I'm going to make another video on what mouse I use. And also for Xbox, I don't use this stock controller. I'll show you what controller I use, because doing this a lot, if you're playing shooters and you're pressing this for melee or whatever to stab with a knife, you can get pain right here from clicking this so much. So I'll show you how I get around that. All right, so yeah, this is as quick as I can make it, but yeah, thanks for all the comments from the first video, and I will make more videos on how to take care of your wrists while gaming. All right, peace out.